We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Elway off the bootleg. Steps away. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field time.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails back. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They fake the give. Now Elway. He's got Mason complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
43 is the mic, boy, 43.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The first down carry here for Johnson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Up the middle, Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw here. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss left. This is Smith. And some room to maneuver. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They'll roll him out right. And this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
3rd and goal, Elway. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will give the football back. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Elway. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th. It's Elway. And That's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete. But remember, a crazy situation here you don't see often. Not fourth down yet, so they will keep possession. Not exactly sure why they'd have him throwing the ball there out of a punt formation. But they will have another shot at things as it's third down now. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Ready. 50 ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Eluding the... And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Play action. Elway. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Elway on the move to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes the return from the very back. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive in the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. And
he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league... We talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it. Watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Flushed out right, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Elway now off of play action. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Elway. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Ran, cycle.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
Check 3. Check 3.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
He'll drop to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for it. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They go back to the ground with Johnson. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Johnson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And some space here. And he'll get into the end end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a match. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A first down carry for Smith. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now Elway. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
That's still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
From midfield, Elway. He finds his man, complete. It's Francis. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Elway's going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Smith trying to run for it, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here, maybe trying to block the extra point. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
57, Mike.
wants to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Elway to throw. Rolling to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That would have broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best. And